What's going on, guys? It's Easy. Welcome to my channel. So the patch notes are here and the update is going live on 26th of November. I got my hands on the early patch note. I'm not sure if the patch notes itself has went live on the Blizzard website or not, but being in partner program, we got our hands on this a little early. So here we go. And there is a lot to cover, and there are some glimpses of what's to come in the major update. And I hope you guys are ready for it. And just like I have mentioned, the update is going live on November 26th. And keep in mind, this is not the major update, but what's to come before that. It is kind of preparation for the final major update of 2025. And starting off, we have the field creation domain. This is going to be a event where you need to be a level 30 and above in order to participate in it. And what you're going to get from it is while creation domain is live, you receive 100% bonus to gain XP from battle pass levels. Rewards unlock on day 2, 4, and 8 by logging in and completing daily tasks. So pretty much you just need to log in and do task and you're going to get your rewards and reap the season of the harvest. This is going to be another event here, just like the previous one we have running, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Just like this one, which is ending in 16 days at the moment. And if I turn this on, then we can see that from December 10th until 17th of January, this reap the season of the harvest is going to last. So pretty much is the same thing where we will be getting survival bane, conqueror, trial of the horde, fractured plane, then rift race is coming and making its way back with couple of changes this time around. And here it says the gauntlet for the swiftest demon slayer returns from December 10th until 14th of December. Attempt to clear Deadly Rift in the fastest time. Also, they are making some changes for this next round of Rift. Racer will leaving the event open at all the time, which is nice because before it was locked. So you have a more freedom to attempt your fastest clear. Normal difficulty will have a state normalization effect active and will also increase the difficulty of Nightmare. Treasure Goblins will be replaced with an all new challenge called Trials. Coordinate with your team to overcome the Trial of Souls and the Trial of Life to earn Rift Progress orbs to push you towards the Guardian faster. Nightmare difficulty will now also have a party restriction, limiting the number of duplicate classes down to 2 to help increase the class representation in the event, because before it was kind of wizard and crusader running around everywhere. Furthermore, normal difficulty will have a server only leaderboard while nightmare difficulty will be a cross-server competition. Your rank in each difficulty will earn you rewards at the end of the event. May your killing be swift and rewards bountiful. Then they are making changes to the Prodigy path here, making sure that it is more affordable for a lot of players. Saying we are making changes to Prodigy path with the desire to make it more accessible for players that may want a more affordable option. We will be decreasing the duration and rewards, but also the price accordingly. Players that are used to purchasing the Prodigy part will not see a difference over time, but this change will give players that may have usually purchases access to some reward at lower price point. So it would be like, since the event duration or the Prodigy path duration is short, so you could buy it for cheap and you could skip some of them. This way you could control your budget a lot easier. So that's that. Then we have a lot of feature updates coming and it is quite a long list. So a lot to read here, damn it. And starting off, they are changing some buff bar tooltip improvement. We added the ability to create hyperlinked that text inside the buff bar tooltip. tips, so we can provide short description of text while still providing the ability to give longer description as a pop-up next to the link. One of the main places you'll see this is the buff for Strive. As you can see below, the text displayed can now be selected to display more details about the buff functionality. We want to make it clear that Strive functionality has not changed in any way. This solely a change that updates the display and text in tooltip to make it easier to read. So they are making things easier for us to understand through the tooltips. This way we will also know how our strives are working, which is in my opinion going to be good if it works how they meant it is going to be. Then changes to Deeds of Valor is finally happening as well. Like in response to community feedback, we're making additional changes to the Deeds of Valor system to increase the number of impact marks awarded during the cycle of Strive. These are only the first round of adjustments we are making to how players can earn the Akiba chosen Deeds of Valor badge. So be on the lookout for additional changes next year. So this is just a one change which is coming right now, but next year there are going to be a lot more changes to Deeds of Valor. So I guess they are finally collecting and going to work towards changing Deeds of Valor, and it will make things a lot easier for the returning players, and they will not have to get stuck with the 2% buff for 6 months. But that is most likely not happening now, but the next year. Anyhow, let's move forward. Beginning on your server next Immortal Reign, you can earn 8 additional impact marks through Rite of Exile battle. With this change, it brings the total amount of impacts marks to 24. For winning Shadow Claims and losing Shadow Claims can receive 16 impact marks. Additionally, the win condition has changed to include any week instead of the final week in the Rite of Exile. For example, if a Shadow Clan wins on week 4 but loses every other week, while still finishing in the top 10 during the final week, they earn 24 marks. So this is actually good for Deeds of Valor and makes kind of sense, because if you won, then you just get the marks. The only way to earn 16 marks is by losing every single Rite of Exile match. Participating clan members who claim victory on the final week in Rite of Exile will still earn their own impact marks, which can't be reassigned by the clan leader. Clans can now earn up to a maximum of 40 impact marks to Rite of Exile activities when you include the extra impact marks and earned during the Visual of Blaze. I wish I would understand all of this, but I never paid a lot of uh, attention to these things. I am just lazy in that department for the Deeds of Valor. But anyways, clan leaders will also now have access to UI that let them more easily assign impact marks. Once an impact mark has been assigned to clan member, their impact will be automatically updated and the impact mark will remain with them even if they leave the clan. Wow, that is something. But I hope nobody leaves after that. Other clans member may view this UI as well to see where your impact marks are being assigned or coming from, but they will not be able to interact with it to change player position. So that is that. And also the dismantling is coming for the 5-star normal gem is coming, so you will no longer be able to sell a 5 rank 5 normal gem. Instead, when you will try to sell rank 2 or 5 or 3 or 4 normal gem in the market, they will get split into rank 1, get dismantled. So that's that. And this update is coming on 26th of November. And there is nothing much to say about it as I already have covered that, but special effects adjustment is also coming, and this is going to make your game much more cleaner, or if you want more detail, it is up to you. It is something like if you want to see effects of other players like Crusader, Necromancer, or Demon Hunter, or any other class that have these uh, attacks being shown, you can set it to default. But if you set it to simplified, then it is only going to show you the special effects of your own players and no other party member or player effects will be shown on your screen. It is definitely going to help you run the game a lot more smoother, but also going to make things harder for you to avoid in PvP, I guess. Then we have also some changes coming for the war games optimization. I'm going to leave that for now because I don't think anyone is going to be interested in that other than us content creator who will be running some tournament in future in our server for players. And I already have read that, and the things I want is not present at the moment, but I can tell you that developers has taken note of the things that I have asked for and some other content creators as well, like Mao, Risha, and couple other who have asked for the same thing. So if those things happen, then I can tell you running those uh, custom tournaments for ourselves is going to be amazing, and we could ask Blizzard to sponsor a lot more of them so we could run them in our server because that is pretty much the plan right now. Then also some changes for 4% co-op rate optimization for Vanguard. So I don't know if this is going to make much difference here, but yeah, we're returning to the Ravenous Glade for an update to Vanguard. We wanted to push this version of Vanguard to emphasize the need to control the Glade Bane boss and for you to modify your builds to succeed in higher difficulty. So we will see how this goes. But anyways, then cheating prevention in PvP is a huge thing which is coming, but we will see if it's working as intended. Like in an effort to help prevent foul play in PvP matches, we implementing mode specific restriction on items, legendary gem, paragon, and other systems to prevent players from manipulating combat power. This is typically done through unequipping or swapping items, ensuring fair matchmaking and balanced PvP experiences. We'll see when it happens. Also, Spectral Allies AI behavior. Improve server AI functional for Spectral Allies under various conditions. Spectral Allies should now no longer continually teleport back to your position if you're dead, have the ability to split themselves up to attack multiple targets when there are requirements for enemies to die at the same time. And thus then future changes are also coming, and it is for the major update. And the first thing is regarding the Fabled Waves material update on December 17. We are making changes to how Fabled Waves are converted to help reduce some of the clutter from the high number of different materials required to craft set items, like Ruby 8 adding 3 new difficulties: Inferno 10, 11, and 12, and their corresponding materials: Fable Wisp Inferno 10, Fable Wisp Inferno 11, and Fable Wisp Inferno 12, Fable Wisp Inferno blah 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 will be still exist, but the older Fable Wisp 1 Inferno 6 will be automatically converted into a new universal crafting material called Fabled Wisp, which has no difficulty attached to it. Too sad, I already destroyed them, so it is not going to do anything for me. So yeah, in future, don't destroy those if you are like me. Upon logging in after this patch, you will receive an in-game mail containing the new Fable Wisp material. The quantity equal to amount of Fable Wisp. It is going to be 1047, I think. That is what it's going to be. But the change not only reduce the overall number of material for set crafting, but also help provide a smoother progression experience through lower difficulties for both new and returning players. And also, Heliquary Gauntlet is sustaining a quite nice change here for the rotation. Starting on December 17, Heliquary Gauntlet will no longer rotate out immediately when new difficulties are added into the game and their new Heliquary Gauntlet is introduced. So you'll still have 6 months before the older Gauntlet fights goes away. So you're going to have a lot of time, get strong, and make sure you get them done. So our intent is to help reduce the pressure for completing the final Haligori Gauntlet in each rotation by leaving the challenges and rewards open for longer. We also have some additional changes to the reward for Haligori Gauntlet that we are currently working on for future update. Ooh, there is a lot more stuff. So yeah, I am tired reading. But anyways, balance changes. On December 17th, we'll be doing a round of balance changes. The reason these changes were delayed is because the Power of Rome tournament is active until December 10. While our goal is to make changes more frequently, we don't want to undermine players' investment right in the middle of highly competitive event. So we decided to wait until after Battle from has ended to adjust. And I have been saying this to you guys that there is going to be a coming changes for all classes, balances. So they already said it now. So you see, Demon Hunter, Necromancer, Druid, and all those classes, enjoy while you can. Additionally, new legendary essences will be released in the next major update, as well as new set legendary paragon skills. As with previous legendary assassin releases, your current loyalty points will automatically convert into legacy loyalty points, and the cost to unlock item will be just like that. And also, Cycle of Stripe bye weeks. I'm not sure what that is, but the claim that has a bye week in this shadow server in the Shadow War will automatically receive 9,000 XP after the match, and this rule update will take effect next season. The handling of experience of points in the current season will stay the same. Whew, so that's all. So yes, we have new difficulties coming, and no, the Paragon levels are not getting crunched this time around. So that's it. That Heliquary Gauntlet changes, PvP changes, and there is so much stuff, guys. So yeah, a lot of quality of life changes. Tooltip, the change to Deeds of Valor is nice. Then Prodigy path change, we have Rift Racer coming in, and then Reap the Season of the Harvest. Pretty much, it is going to hype up the major update and what we should be expecting. So you guys let me know what are you most waiting for, because I can tell that most of guys are now excited to see nerfs coming for some of the classes, including Demon Hunter, Necromancer, Druid, and Blood Knight. These four classes are on the radar, I can definitely tell you. And but we will see how much of a nerf they are going to get, or if there is no nerf at all. Who knows? But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. The patch looks quite nice. We will be checking out everything when it goes live. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.